Well, the last couple of days have been pretty interesting, to say the least. I'm not going to say this person's name that I'm talking about. If you know, you know. You don't, you don't. But this person has a cloud addiction and thinks all of this stuff on here is meaningful to their existence. So I'm not going to give VR, cloud, or any of this bullshit to anybody. And I hope I don't have any cloud. If I do, please tell me how to get rid of it immediately because I just don't give a fuck. Um, I'm going to address what happened last night. So, Risey started up a stream and we were talking about Vic King's show yesterday. Risey saw the first half of the show. I saw the second half of it, and then we were having a discussion about like what was going on and all this. So Risey tells me what he saw, and then I tell him what I saw, and I guess what I saw upset said person where they started screaming at us in the chat, and then Risey got into it with this person, and they were going back and forth. He invited the person to come on the stream. They didn't want to come on the stream, and just a bunch of hot air and just I don't know, but I do have sympathy for this person because this person put all of their eggs in the Anna basket and it caught fire and went nowhere. So it's not anybody's fault that Anna has gotten engaged. You know, I mean, I I'm happy that she's engaged for her. I don't really harbor anything one way or the other for Anna. I mean, I'll watch an occasional video here and there. I think the last one I watched was the Starlight Cats opening because I got that book, and that was hilarious because she cried and got upset on there because of what happened to the cat. And other than that, like I, it's been a long time. I mean, I mostly see her Twitter stuff, if anything. But anyways, I'm gonna go through the points that these people were very angry about. So the first one is, and I hate to bring this up because this was a private Discord chat between a bunch of people. So I'm gonna give you the backstory of this because the main attacks on me were about my sex life and a bunch of other crap. But we'll go through this. So, gosh, this was maybe a year or so ago. It wasn't recent. There was we were in a Discord and there was this guy and he was irritating a lot of people because at first I didn't have a problem with the guy because I was like, okay, you got a girlfriend. That's cool, man. I'm happy for you. Okay, what do you do? That's good to hear. And then the guy starts wanting to show us pictures of this girl. So I just I got just bored of this conversation because I was talking to I think it was Johnny Knight or some. It was I was trying to. There was two conversations going in there, talking over each other. So I just muted and went and watched a stream or something, and then came back. So when I come back, I have a message, and then I look at it, and it's this guy's girlfriend. So Like, fuck me. Why is he, so now I have to rate this person or whatever. So I send Risey a message and I'm like, what is this shit? And he's like, oh, I think this is a trans person and all of this. And I'm just like, I don't know. I questioned it for a second, but then I saw no Adam's apple. And then the other thing is like, I just didn't really give a fuck. So I unmute in the chat and I'm trying to talk to Johnny, midnight again. And then, the guy was like, oh, what do you think of my girlfriend? What do you think of my girl? And I'm like, dude, come on. I don't want to do this, man. Don't make me do this. I got no issue with you and all this. So I just end up telling the guy what I thought. And then he got really wound up and he's like, well, let's see your girls and all this. I'm like, okay, fine with me. Then I show him. And then he's just like in shock. And keep in mind that this guy from the pics that he showed us is a decent looking dude. So I was initially gonna like fight with the guy, but I just said, look, you can do way better than this, man. And even Risey and everybody else, they were telling this guy that they're like, yeah, dude, like you're a decent looking guy. Why are you with this? But to be fair, I was basing the picture on what he told me. I've never spoken to this girl. I don't know who she was or anything. She could be a complete bitch or the nicest person in the world. But I'm asked to be judged on her looks. So, okay, I gave my opinion. There you go. And then this happens and he gets mad. And just went downhill from there. And I just muted again and went to watch the stream because I just didn't give a fuck. So I don't remember what stream it was. It was Risey was drunk. I'm not blaming Risey, but he was on a stream drunk, and I don't know if it was Captain Infinity, might have been TJ, or said person, but he blurted out that what happened in there, how everybody was looking at the gals that I'm with, and then he was bragging about it, and then I found this out later. Like, I didn't even know that this happened till later. And I'm like, why did you say these things on the stream? That was like a private convo with that fucking guy. This guy trying to shove his girlfriend picks up our ass. And he's like, oh, dude, I forgot that I did that and everything. And I mean, it wasn't a big deal to me, but I personally wasn't bragging about that or anything. That was the backstory to that. And now, since Risey blurted that out, now I have to deal with all of this from this crybaby. And okay, here we go. So, whoop-de-doo. So, the next issue we'll go through is I had a lot of people telling me things last night from his stream. And I was just like, what the hell, So, the Dabster thing was brought up once again about how I got Risey and Dabster to stop messing with him. And there was a discussion had. I think it was even on that live stream, because we did an EFAP of a live stream where was trying to explain about what happened with Dabster. So I went and EFAP'd it with Dabster and Rising. We went through the whole thing. And then Finn came on at the end and said he was drunk. So we're like, okay, nothing got resolved from it. And that was that. And then Dabster and them at the end, they did the Anna's dead baby thing, which to be honest, I was like, we've beaten this horse to death, man. I mean, the Anna's baby thing was just, it was funny to a point, but it was like, even people in the chat were like, we're tired of this dead baby thing. We don't want to hear this anymore. Who cares? And I mean, they were just hammering him with that all the time. And I remember seeing an interview with this person where they were like totally stressed out from what Dabs and us were doing. And I'm like, look, we need to stop doing this because this person might actually hurt themselves here. And this was a real discussion that we had. And that is the truth. That is why I told them, I said, look, stop her. We need to stop this. Because my view of that is what we were doing. I mean, at the beginning, it was justified because he fucking shit on Dabster. So we're like, okay, well, fine, it's fair game. But then the Anna's dead baby thing, oh, God, it just, I mean, that just got beat to fucking catch up, man. There was nothing left. And I was just like, this is tiresome. We got to stop this. So I did get Risey and Dabster to agree to it. I actually did that. That was me. Because I honestly felt that was what's going to happen. It's like I said, it was like, I felt like we were getting to a Liam and JDA type of thing. And I had people telling me this. They were saying, this is turning into like what's being done to Liam, and this doesn't look good for you, and all this. And I'm like, I didn't really give a shit, but I personally, I was tired of the dead baby thing. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this dead baby thing. I mean, just beating it into the fucking ground, man. Just, so that was that. And then for a while, things were, they were quiet for a while, except for the 2 incidents with the threatening to stab and throw an axe at my head. But I don't know. But I do notice since the whatever show that this person has been very angry towards everybody. And we're not to blame for this. The best advice I could give this person is to move on and try to find somebody else, because it's just not going to happen, man. I'm not being an asshole. I'm being sincere here. Like, I don't mind trolling and doing things, but I don't want somebody to be to the point where they're going to be like, like where Liam got, like that to me isn't funny. Like, that's not cool to do it that much, even though they initially deserved it, but afterwards they didn't. So anyways, I hold no ill will towards this person. They can call me a bundle of sticks. They can come and cry. This person came into our chat, by the way. He came into Risey's chat and did this. We didn't go into theirs. Well, I didn't personally. Risey, I don't know if Risey was in his chat or not, but I know that I don't. I generally just try to do my own stuff here. Like I don't like a certain other person that's friends of his, but I don't go in their channel and give them shit. Because when you're running a show, you're trying to create a pleasant atmosphere. And I don't agree with going in someone's chat and like just being a complete asshole. And I mean, if it's like a trolling thing, maybe, but even then, I mean, like if I have a serious beef with somebody, I'm not going to go in their chat and do all this. I'll just talk to them on Discord or some other way. It's not it just ruins the vibe of your show that you're trying to do. So, as the banner says, it says, don't bother this person. They're dealing with this engagement. It's going to be a bullshit time for all till they get over it, basically. So that's that. Now, we're going to go out here to, let me show you this here. Okay. This is what I think is started all of this. Now, I could be wrong, okay? It could be that this person is just angry about something else and taking it out on everybody. But I believe this is the core. Oh, hold on. I think this is the core issue here.
What about you?
I'm engaged.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, it's been like a month now of the engagement, but we just had our 7-year anniversary on July 3rd.
Well, congrats.
Thank you.
Okay. I really believe, personally, that that's what this is about. You don't go and write a shit ton of songs about some girl and do all this unless you're sincerely trying to get with them. And I've known guys like this. I've had friends like this. But I've never seen it to the point where they're writing a banana song about them and all of this. And so that's that. That's just my opinion. Might be wrong. I don't know. Anyways, things will look up, buddy. Just got to get through this. That's all I got to say about that. All right, I think I've addressed everything. Gossip Girl out.